Welcome to the daily UK views on September 17th, 2021. It's a little test, so let's just get started with inflation. In the UK, inflation rose sharply in August. Compared to the same month last year, consumer prices have risen by 3.2%, said the ONS Statistics Office on Wednesday. This is the highest rate since March 2012. In the previous month, the increase was 2.0%. The 1.2 jump was the largest since records began in 1997, the statisticians said. However, this is probably only a temporary increase. In a month-on-month comparison, consumer prices rose by 0.7%. According to the ONS, a statistical base effect, which is due to lower prices in restaurants and cafes in the same month of the previous year, was responsible for the increase in prices. The reasons are a government program that subsidized restaurant prices and a lower sales tax in the previous year. The prices in the leisure and cultural sector, as well as food and beverages, have also risen. And now let's go to BoJo's tunnel. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has to bury his dream of a permanent transport link between Great Britain and Northern Ireland for the time being. Plans for a bridge or tunnel have been put on hold, said Northern Irish Infrastructure Minister Nicola Malone on Wednesday in Belfast. And she said, "The cost of this bridge has been estimated at £20 billion, and we all know what we could do for our infrastructure and our communities with £20 billion. Malone said that in a committee meeting of the Northern Irish Parliament. Johnson had repeatedly spoken out in favour of a permanent link with the north of the Irish island. The project is also being examined by an expert on behalf of the UK government, whose report is due to be published soon. Johnson also wants to strengthen unity in the United Kingdom with the tunnel, also because there were delivery problems between Great Britain and the north of the Irish island as a result of Brexit. And now we have to talk about COVID. The fact that almost all members of the ruling Conservative Party no longer wear masks in the British Parliament, despite the corona pandemic, has caused sharp criticism and ridicule. Health Minister Sajid Javid has now defended his party friends. They are no strangers to each other, he told Sky News on Wednesday. Therefore, the behavior is fully in line with the advice of the government. He said, "We advise that people consider wearing masks when they are in crowded places with strangers, people they don't normally hang out with," Javid said. That they hang out is interesting. There are 363 Conservative MPs in the UK House of Commons. Since Parliament has returned from the summer recess, Javid, Prime Minister Johnson and all the ministers have once again been sitting close and maskless on the famous green benches of the House of Commons. Many members of the opposition parties, on the other hand, wear mouth and nose covers. The Speaker of the House, Lindsay Hoyle, has repeatedly stressed that he could not force MPs to wear masks. Employees and speakers, on the other hand, have to cover their mouth and nose. By the way, our speaker does that. They all wear masks. But let's come to a sit-in. Climate activists from the Insolent Britain group have once again paralysed parts of the M25 London Ring Road with sit-ins. The group wants to achieve that government does more for the thermal insulation of houses and apartments. According to various police departments, a total of 71 people were arrested during the protests on Wednesday. The activists had already caused traffic jams and delays on Great Britain's busiest motorway on Monday. The access to Heathrow Airport was also tight at times. There were 30 arrests. Transport Minister Kwasi Kwarteng sharply criticized the blockades. These actions are not only a major handicap for people who drive to work and transport important goods, they also endanger human lives on a busy motorway, he said. And now we have to talk a little bit about climate change. As a result of climate change, the number of extremely hot days with temperatures of at least 50 degrees Celsius has almost doubled worldwide since the 1980s, according to a BBC analysis. Between 1980 and 2009, temperatures of 50 degrees or more were measured an average of 14 days a year anywhere in the world, as the British broadcaster reported on Tuesday, citing data from the European Copernicus Climate Change Service. But between 2010 and 2019, the number of extremely hot days rose to an average of 26. The increase is 100% due to the burning of fossil fuels, said Federico Otto from Oxford University. And then we have to talk about arrests in Derry. Around 2.5 years after the death of journalist Lyra McKee in Northern Ireland, police arrested 4 other suspects. The men, aged 19 to 33, were taken into custody on Wednesday morning in the Derry area and should now be questioned in a police station in Belfast, said the Northern Ireland Police Service. And they said these arrests are the culmination of a detailed 2-year investigation into Lyra's murder and the events that preceded it. It was exactly said by Detective Superintendent Jason Murphy. A 53-year-old man is already charged with murder in the case. The 29-year-old McKee was shot dead in a riot in the northern Irish city of Derry in April 2019. Catholics, as I usually do, refer to the city as Derry, others say Londonderry. The militant Catholic nationalist group New IRA has confessed to the crime, but stressed that it was a tragic oversight. The decades-long civil war in the province ended in 1998 with the Good Friday Agreement. Nevertheless, there are still tensions between supporters of reunification with the EU member Ireland and mostly Protestant supporters of the union with Great Britain. And another topic we have today is a royal birthday. Despite great tensions within the royal family, the British royals have congratulated the Queen's grandson Prince Harry on his 37th birthday. So he's 10 years younger than me. We wish the Duke of Sussex a happy birthday today, Queen Elizabeth II's official account tweeted Wednesday, referring to Harry's official title. Attached were a balloon emoji and 4 photos showing Harry laughing, including one with his wife Duchess Meghan. The account of Harry's brother Prince William and his wife Duchess Kate also congratulated the prince with a photo. Happy birthday, Prince Harry. Prince Charles congratulated his younger son with more personal photos. 2 of the 3 tweeted images show the heir to the throne laughing together with Harry. The text was almost the same as on the Queen account, only very happy birthday was requested and the birthday cake was used as an emoji instead of a balloon. Above all, the relationship between father and son is considered damaged since Harry and Meghan accused the royal family in several interviews of lack of support and racism. Charles was attacked directly by Harry. The couple, who meanwhile have 2 children, have lived in the USA for around a year, it was a year and a half, and have given up their royal duties. But speaking of Harry and the United States, Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan have been honored after being named on the list of the 100 most influential people in Time magazine. They were filled with humility, it said on Wednesday, on the website of their Archwell Foundation. At the same time, Harry, who, as I just said, turned 37 on Wednesday, and Meghan paid tribute to the Director General of the World Trade Organization, the WTO, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. The WTO chief, who also appeared on the US magazine's list, is achieving groundbreaking work, they said. And now we have to go to apologies. A British ex-supporter of the terrorist militia Islamic State, IS, has asked the British public for forgiveness. She said, "I know that it's very difficult for you to forgive me." That was said by Shamima Begum on Wednesday on the TV channel ITV in an interview from Syria. And she said, "But I say from the bottom of my heart that I'm so sorry if I ever offended anyone by coming here, if I ever offended anyone with what I said." British media pointed out that Begum was demonstratively wearing a sleeveless top and baseball cap. Begum joined IS at the age of 15 and married a jihadist. The British government stripped her of her citizenship and the Supreme Court of the UK forbade her to appeal the decision in Britain. Begum protested that she had not participated in acts of terrorism. She said, "The only crime I committed was being stupid and joining ISIS," she said. The then Interior Minister Sajid Javid defended the measure to revoke the young woman's citizenship. He said it was clearly the right decision to protect the British, and he also said that on ITV, adding that the move was morally and legally correct. And he said, "If you knew what I know, you would make the same decision." The case was controversial in the UK, especially as it became known that the young woman had lost 3 children. Begum herself was born in Great Britain and was British from birth. The government stressed that she has not become stateless because she's also entitled to Bangladeshi citizenship. But Begum has never lived in the South Asian country and claims that she faces the death penalty there. And I'll see you in my next video. Bis gleich.